everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be another grocery haul and meal plan for a family of 5. So if you want to see what we're eating for the week ahead, then keep on watching. Now before I get into this video, I do need to say, as per the recent CMA guidelines, that I have worked with Tesco previously in the past year. However, this grocery shop is paid completely with our own money, and I'm just saying that because I want to adhere to the guidelines and make sure I'm doing my job properly. So I'm just saying it and there we go. Right, I'm going to crack into it. I will put the meal plan at the end of this video, and then links to any recipes and everything written out will be in the description box below. So starting over here with a few store cupboard items, not this Coke though because I'm currently drinking that. But we have Stan's milk, which is the hip organic combiotic follow-on milk. It may be very well one of the last ones we actually buy because he's coming up to 1 year old, and I'm actually quite excited about this because while it's probably one of the cheapest ones that you can buy, it's still like £9, something like that, and we can move on to a cheaper alternative soon. Next up we have some salsa here. This is the Gran Luchito Mexican one, and it's the super smoky chipotle salsa, and we're having like a Mexican themed meal tonight with these, so I thought I would get these with some tortilla chips, which I will show you in a sec because they're a bit different. Then I have some mango chutney here. Next up is one that I showed you just quickly anyway. It's the Wahaca soft taco kit, and oh my god, it makes Old El Paso look like, well, these are way better, put it this way, I think so anyway. The sweet and smoky one is my favourite. We're going to have that tonight. Then I have a passata here. I have some carnaroli risotto rice. Normally I would use arborio, but I wanted to try this one, see if it was any nicer, and I'm going to make a risotto this week, so obviously that's why I bought that. I've got 4 tins of the East End chopped tomatoes because they are 4 for £1 at the moment, I believe. And then I also picked up this, which is the Tesco balsamic drizzle, and it's really, really nice with salads or like feta and halloumi, that kind of thing. It just adds a bit of sweetness and really, really nice. Then over here are the tortilla chips that I mentioned, because these are actually blue corn tortilla chips, and they also have flaxseed, sunflower seeds, quinoa and sea salt in them, so thought they would be a bit different. I paid over the odds for them really, but I've never tried the blue ones before, so thought I would give those a go. I have a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc here, which is for a few recipes, and then anything left over will be for the chef, i.e. me. Then I have the Tesco white toasty, which we get quite regularly. I've got some of these flatbreads that we get a lot. I have some brioche burger buns here. Then it's pancake day on Tuesday, so I've got some plain flour. This for me just feels like, you know, pancake day from when I was a kid. Lemon Jif, does anyone remember this? Still going. So I got one of those because I like lemon and sugar with my pancakes, and I also got some Scotch pancakes as well for the kids' breakfast on pancake day, because it would just be a little bit quicker than making my own, and then we will have pancakes in the evening after our main meal. I have cheese and tomato flatbread here, and then I also have some white tortilla wraps, which is actually what we're having for our main meal on pancake day, because I'm going to do like wrap pizzas, which are a bit pancakey, aren't they, but they're not just like full-on pancake for the whole meal, if you know what I mean. Get a little bit of nutrition in there anyway. I've got some garden peas for the freezer and some fish fingers for the freezer because they're always handy to have in. And then over here is everything else. So I'm going to start with the veggies for you. So veg-wise, I have 2 of these broccoli heads. I've got a packet of Redmond Farms spinach. I've got some red cabbage here as well. I've got wild rocket, 2 loose leeks, which were, how much were you, 47 pence. Got some of the Nightingale Farms peppers, and then 2 packs of these asparagus. These were only £1 something each, which is quite cheap really for asparagus, so I got 2 of those. I've got 2 packs of avocado, so 2 packs of 2. A massive bunch of coriander here, and then a small bunch of tarragon. Then I've got 2 loose red onions and 2 loose white onions, so respectively, let's see how much these were, 24p for 2 red onions and 17p for 2 white ones. I have a small swede, then 3 carrots, which came in at 24 pence. I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? I got a large garlic head because we get those quite a lot and go through quite a lot of garlic. I got 2 limes here as well. And then fruit-wise, I've got 2 packs of strawberries, a pack of raspberries, and a pack of blackberries. And then I also got some bananas. I got 6 bananas bananas, and that came to 69p. The Rosedene Farm range is really reasonable for fruit, so if you do shop at Tesco or you haven't shopped there before and you were curious, I would definitely check them out because they are much more affordable. Then over here I have a Spanish chorizo, which I'm going to use to jazz up the Wahaca mix that we're having tonight. I've got some ready rolled puff pastry, a massive pack of eggs here, free range ones because of Pancake Day and the like. I've also got a pack of salted butter here and the cream filled fromage fraise for the kids. Then cheese wise, I've got a lot of cheese going on in our life this week. I've got some Cathedral City mature cheddar because it was on offer. Got some Grana Padano cheese, feta, halloumi, and then 2 packs of the mozzarella and cheddar mix because this is great for pizzas, and it was 2 for £3. Got some Richmond sausages because they remind me of being a kid, and I do quite like a sausage butty, and I do quite like Richmond sausages. I got some 5% fat steak mince, and then 3 packs of this diced chicken breast because these were only £1 something again, and we'll be using those this week for various meals. And then I also got a pack of the unsmoked bacon lardons, and then finally I got the honey roast ham. So now on to the meal plan, and I'm going to whiz through this as quickly as possible. So for Saturday, which it is today, as I mentioned, I'm going to do that Wahaca kit, and normally I would just do it with chicken and then like some avocado on the side, a bit of tomato, some coriander, but I thought I would jazz it up a little bit this time and do some chorizo mixed in with the chicken when I cook with the sauce and that kind of thing. And then I'm going to add some crumbled feta as well, and then we're also going to have those blue tortilla chips and the salsa as I mentioned. Then tomorrow on Sunday I'm going to do a chicken and bacon and tarragon pot pie with puff pastry, and I'm going to serve it with carrot and swede mash and red cabbage, and I'm thinking about filming that for a recipe, so look out for that one soon. On Monday I'm going to do some sloppy joes actually, and I've had these before. I think I've had like a Summer World recipe version before, and I'm going to do them this time with some hash browns because I've got them in the freezer anyway, with some like brioche buns, put the sloppy joe mix inside, and then I've got some broccoli to have on the side as well. And if you've never had sloppy joes before, which I imagine quite a few people in the UK might not have had them before, they're like beef mince, and it's a little bit like tomatoey, barbecuey tasting, and they are sloppy as the name suggests. I quite like to add a bit of grated cheddar on mine as well, and they're just so good. They're really tasty, and the kids really like it because it's quite, you know, spag bol-esque in the fact that it's like mince and a tomatoey sauce, so they're quite happy to eat it as well. Then on Tuesday, as I mentioned, it's obviously Pancake Day, so I'm going to do wrap pizzas, which I've done on like a meal plan previously, I think. Basically just a tortilla wrap, and I put like tomato puree or passata on it, cheese, and then like varied toppings. So that might be like ham, it might be some leftover chorizo, veggies, parma ham sometimes really nice as well. Like a fried egg is always nice on there. Like if you crack an egg into the middle of it and put them into the oven like under a grill, it's so good with like parma ham and asparagus. But we're just gonna let the kids pick whatever they want as their toppings, and we'll do the same, and then we're gonna follow that up with pancakes. Then on Wednesday I'm gonna have shakshuka, which is an absolute favorite of mine, and if you've never had it before, it's basically baked eggs in like a tomatoey sauce. You can add like spices if you want to, and herbs, which I do, and it's so good with like, you can dip crusty bread in it, and the kids like it because they're used to having like yolk and dipping your bread in, that kind of thing, and oh, it's just so good, and it's quite frugal as well if you've never made it before. And then on Thursday we are going to have a risotto because, as I mentioned, I've got that rice and I really want to try it. I think we're just going to do like a bacon and pea risotto, probably with some like garlic and some Grana Padano cheese mixed in, a bit of wine if I've got any left as well to jazz it up a little bit, and I'm quite excited to make that and just see what that rice is like. And then another brunch recipe that I've left here in the description as well, because I've made a little list of things that I want to make, are some spiced scrambled eggs as well with flatbreads. I've never ever made these before, but I saw the recipe on the Tesco website and it looked really nice. I'm going to try that, I think, for tomorrow's brunch, like breakfasty lunch type thing on Sunday, or possibly just some point throughout the week, but it looks really good anyway. And that is our meal plan, so hopefully it was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new. I do these videos quite regularly, and yeah, if you've got any recipe suggestions, by the way, like any meals you've been loving recently, then let me know down in the comments below, because I could do with some inspiration too, I think. Anyway, but yes, have a lovely day whatever you're up to, and I will see you next time. Bye.